What's up, America? What's up, world? How y'all doing? How's it going? Y'all looking so lovely out there tonight. It's really the morning, but I don't know why. I just want to say tonight. It makes me feel better because it's still dark. Y'all know y'all looking good out here. America, the whole wide world. Y'all know y'all looking beautiful. How y'all doing? Um, I want to touch bases with y'all and talk to y'all about something here about what I remember. And what I remember is what I remember. I remember, um, in reference to this, let me say this: whatever you're doing, or whatever you got, or whatever you're working on, or whatever you're hoping for, or wishing for, praying for, don't give up on it. Even if even if you have not arrived, keep going. I haven't arrived. As a matter of fact, I'm just now getting started. I'm just now warming up. As a matter of fact. And my YouTube channel has been going for now 7 years because I started my YouTube channel, if I'm not mistaken, in 2019. And I ain't even got there. I ain't even there yet. Like I said, I'm just starting to heat up to the touch. So let me get on with the program here about what I remember with my journey. I remember when I first started my channel, right? Oh, I was the laughing stock of America. Oh, honey, I was the talk of the town when I first started my channel, right? And the thing is, I've told y'all before, people in my city, people put labels on you. And so they had labeled me here in 217 as being crazy, being aloof, not knowing what was going on, living in my own bubble. But you let people think what they want to think, right? And of course, these people was all grouped up and clustered up. These are weak people, right? Cause I'm the alpha baby. I'm the alpha wolf, and I lead the pack. And if they weak, if they not strong enough and they too weak to be in my clan, I push them to the side, baby. I get rid of them. And so let me get back to what I was saying here. I just want to paint my canvas before I lay my picture down. And so when I first started my channel, right? Oh, I was the laughing stock of America, honey. I didn't know what was going on. I was. You could take advantage of her. You could manipulate her. She crazy. She don't understand nothing. She slow. I was all of these things and some more. Um, the reason why I was the laughing stock of America was because I was seeing things and I was predicting things, and Father was showing me things that was about to happen that hadn't happened yet, that hadn't hit yet. And it was all about things, that was going on in the dark, things that were smothered up under the land that hadn't been revealed yet, things that were going to start happening to people, and how people were going to start being exposed for things that they thought that they knew how to do, and they knew how to do also well, and things that was happening, right? And so it was things, about people, um losing their jobs and going home, committing, and committing on they wives and kids because they lost their job and they couldn't provide, and they didn't know how to provide, and they didn't want nobody else taking care of their wife and their children, and just things, dirty things that people in the world been doing, I was talking about how people, instead of them spending their money here, on chosen children or children of God, so we could start researching deeper and getting down to the bottom of this stuff, and start exposing, like people getting fired on their job just because of they or just because of their confidence, or just because they a nice looking woman, or just because they a nice looking man. See, we was talking about, and Father was showing me things that needed to be pointed out, how people getting black people getting mistreated, by Asians and by different people, but by Arabics, and they spending their dollars and they helping them and they promoting them. Just talking about things and talking about how people on here on these platforms using their platforms for pettiness. Now let me say this: anybody, and I've been saying this, can use their platform for how they want to. Like I have a combination of things that I use my platform for. I use my platform to dance. I use my platform to heal. I use my platform to talk about healthy foods and healthy meals. I use my platform for pain and sorrow, to cry. I use my platform to try to help other people. My platform is split up in different type of dimensions. You can never tell which way I'm coming from, because hell, I don't even know which way I'm coming from. And a lot of times, I get a message and then I have to run with that, and I have to get on here and report that to y'all, right? So, just people use their platforms for different type of things, and that's their business, But I always encourage, people that's using their platforms, you can use it, if you want to be, if you're a materialistic person, that's fine, whatever. People live and die for materialistic things, if you live in a materialistic world and that's what you was brought up about. Like, ain't no judgment on nothing that nobody does, But it was just the fact that I was able, and I am able, to see things before things happen, and I'm able to move people out the way before the bomb lands. I was considered crazy. But the thing is, now where we stand at now, ain't nobody laughing no more, because this stuff coming to the light. Because see, I was talking about things, and see, just because people hadn't been affected, and I told them, just because you haven't been affected yet, that don't mean you won't be. Just because the bullet didn't hit your house and it hit 2 blocks over, that don't mean you won't feel the effects, and that don't mean you won't feel the riffle. So now, where we are today, people are starting to feel the effects, and people are starting to feel the riffle of what's going on. I'm trying to figure out, am I still crazy? I'm trying to figure out if I'm still slow. I'm trying to figure out if I'm a fool still. I'm trying to figure out if I'm a fool or if I'm a genius. Like, only time will tell. It's just crazy how don't nobody care about nothing until something affects them. Don't nobody care about nothing as long as it don't touch their car, as long as it don't touch their house, as long as it don't touch their child, as long as it don't touch their job. Folks can keep on ticking. As long as it happened around the corner, as long as it happened 3 blocks over, folks is all right with that. But see, that's what I've been on my channel talking about. Me, you, or anybody else. Ain't nobody exempt from nothing. Anything can happen to me, you, your children, my children, your grandchildren, your car, your dog, your house, your dreams, your sky at any given moment. Ain't nobody promised to nothing. But see, I was a laughing stock of America. I was slow. I didn't know what was going on. I was getting on here making a fool of myself. And this and that. I guarantee you now that some of these people that I talked to when I was talking and predicted in some of these videos 7 years ago would have listened to me today. Because half of them gone. If they ain't gone, they sick. If they ain't sick, they about to be sick. If they ain't lost nothing, they about to lose something, and they losing something, and they just about now to get straightened out to get back on to something. See, the truth is that bullshit ain't about nothing. That's what the truth is. That's what it boils down to. The bullshit ain't about nothing. Y'all can get on here and say what y'all want and feel how y'all want about me. But I tell you what, I ain't never too much in nobody's trouble. I'm pretty much always out the way because I know when some shit about to land, I can smell it from a mile away, and I know how to get out the way and let the shit land. You know, the truth is, all of us, when Father created us, whether we good or bad, whether we determined to go astray or let Him lead, the truth is, we all were born with psychic features. We all were born with supernatural powers. We all were born with power. It's just a matter of if you choose to use your power the right way, or if you choose to use your power the wrong way. If you choose to do the right thing, if you choose to do the wrong thing, that's what it all boils down. If you even choose to activate these powers that you have, they there. But if you activate them, what are you going to do with them is the $1,000,000 question, because that determines at the end of the day where you're going. Is you going up in the sky, or is you going down in the pit? It's up to you. You know. So, I watch people. I watch people that have harassed and bullied me, and harassed and bullied other people, or tried to manipulate people, or be downright dirty and cunning and deceiving, using their magic in different ways. I have watched people rush their time away that could still be here on earth. You see what I'm saying? Like, I've watched God warn them over and over and over and over and over again about touching His babies, about touching His children, about touching His family, about touching His loved ones. But they so bigger than God, they gonna do what they want to do. They got the power. Just because you walking around here and you got a title about yourself, that don't mean you can mistreat nobody. I don't care who you are. I don't care what type of status that you hold. There's a difference. Managers are to be respected. They are not gods to be worshipped. And see, that's what's going on with a lot of these people. They think because they hold these titles that they're supposed to be worshipped. No, you're not supposed to be worshipped. You're supposed to be respected. And so, a lot of people are coming to right now where we are. That people are starting to come into a rude and awakening of who they thought they were versus who they ain't. And things are getting taken away from them little by little, and they still keep going. They don't even understand that pod that was moved up under them, or that crutch that was moved from them, is serious business. They're going to overpower God. They're going to overpower me. Well, you do have free range. You do have free will. You can do what you want to do. But I know where your ending going to be at. You better believe me. Ain't nobody on here talking for just the sake of talking. Everybody has a boss. Every street has a set of rules. Everybody that comes in this world has a mother and a father, a grandmother and a grandfather. Somebody gonna pay attention to what the hell is being said, what the hell you seeing on the streets, what you read, what your understanding is. Somebody gonna pay attention to how shit goes around here. Everybody got somebody to answer to. And I'm gonna tell you something. One thing that gets you messed up real quick is pride. A lot of y'all got this prideful arrogance about yourselves that needs to be ripped away. Because that thing didn't cause you more trouble than anything. If you can't be yourself and you being somebody else about to get you fucked up. So I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all about how I remember when I first started my channel. I was something to be laughed at. I was something that was funny. I was something that was slow. I was something that didn't know what was going on. My city had labeled me is I was crazy and I was aloof, and I was all of these things. Meanwhile, in my head, I'm walking around thinking I'm the master. I'm walking around thinking I'm the demon slayer. I'm walking around thinking I'm the genius. I'm thinking I'm walking around a child of God. I think I'm walking around as God's favorite chosen child because I am, and I still am. So, what does that make yo at the end of the day? I love you. Mwah.